need to be absolutely certain the FBI is worthy of the power we give them. What is happening in Las Vegas right now is one of many reasons to wonder if they are.
27-hour battery suspect is at 318 East 3rd Street. Is that related to your call, or do you want a different patrol unit?
Innocent men and women in the history of our country being killed, murdered, lynched, strung up, and we're tired of it.
It's a shame that our fathers and mothers are killed and we can't even see them anymore.
That's right.
It's a shame that we have to go to that graveyard and bury them. And we have tears and we shouldn't have tears. We need our fathers and mothers to be by our side.
It was a horrible feeling, and it still is, that people of authority can come and do anything they want to do, and you can't do anything about it. You relinquish all federal funding for this county, and there is no deviation from the law. There is no excuses, nothing. Your federal funds are gone. You have committed child trafficking.
I don't know if people are very familiar with the work you've done with the Recovery Act, but I know firsthand from the rank and file cops on the street what you've done for law enforcement on the local and state level.
Well, I appreciate this. I think this has been sort of an untold story.
Cambodia, you can buy a 5-year-old child. I've been to Thailand, I've been all over the place. The United States engages and spends more money on sex trafficking of children than any country in the world. It's an ugly subject that people don't want to deal with. Exploitation of children.
Joe Rogan experience.
Human trafficking. That's another thing that we don't talk about.
Yes. That is another thing that just goes in and out of the news. We were talking about on the podcast the 39 or 35 kids that were rescued in Georgia.
Yeah.
And it was a blip in the news. Like how, but meanwhile, I saw 1,000 articles on how mean Ellen is.
Yeah.
Ellen's mean. She's so mean. Meanwhile, there's people are out there risking their life to stop human trafficking. They're rescuing children from human trafficking.
Yes.
Worst shooting in U.S. history.
The politics made more people get hurt.
Law enforcement made an effort to make sure that the pictures and the video of the event were taken off people's cell phones. Why would they do that?
Everybody looked up to him. Everybody respected him.
Kids called him Coach Chuck. He coached for the Henderson Cowboys team, teaching the boys to excel both on the field and in life.
I couldn't believe it when I heard that he was gone. My heart dropped.
He very much took it beyond practice and took it to the classroom and took it into their home lives, and anything he could do to fully be their mentor. So every one of them were very much like his own children as well.
His players called him Coach Chuck. 72 missing children across Indiana, Iowa, Ohio, and Georgia in the past several weeks. This this child trafficking thing
is real.
Is real. It has always existed.
There's a culture within the police department, and the culture is just like you were saying about whistleblowers. You know, there's people that see things that are wrong, and when they speak up about those things, there's a target on your back.
Dr. Charleston Hartfield's body was escorted to Palm Mortuary in downtown Las Vegas.
People are still screaming and crying at this point. People are saying that you can't trust the police officers, that the shooter is dressed up as a police officer and is in uniform. So we don't even know who we can trust or what information is correct. There's no marked exit.
Part of what your generation's challenge will be is making sure that first of all, you have a transparent, accountable, non-corrupt, open government.
Late this afternoon, volunteers met with Adam's parents to continue their search. Close to tears, John Walsh stood on a car asking people not to give up hope.
We've searched and searched for Adam, and we haven't found a body. And we haven't found a body. And we haven't found a body.
People think of that as an ancient art. There are more human smugglers right now, traffickers they call them, than at any time in the history of our world because of the internet, unfortunately.
The Due Process Clause forbids the government from taking a person's life, liberty, or property without due process of law. There are two components of due process: procedural due process and substantive due process. Procedural due process is the more traditional sphere of due process. This is essentially the requirement that the government not deprive a person of life, liberty, or property without, at minimum, notice and an opportunity to be heard.
My father left my family when I was 2 years old. There were times when I missed having a father in my life. There were times when I was lonely and I felt like I didn't fit in.
I'm Kevin Johnson, and I'm running for mayor of Sacramento, California. I'm here at the Democratic Convention in Denver, Colorado, because I'm a proud American and I'm a proud Democrat. And Barack Obama has done something that we have not seen in 40-some-odd years in our lifetime. He's inspired and struck a chord in this country, and I think America's about to have real change.
My father was a great man who had full custody of me since age 1, as all court documents confirm. My mom was a math teacher and science teacher, but due to being a second-generation child sex slave since age 3, she was also a blackout alcoholic since age 15.
Like the majority of my girlfriends, I've been molested ever since I can remember. This, along with the saturation of drugs and alcohol in Sacramento, clouded my direction and self-worth. At 10, as my parents separated, I started to sneak beer. By 12, I thought I had the world figured out, so I tried to commit suicide.